Anteam just dropped photos and videos for their first concept called Thirsty, which means time for some theories. First, we have Nowhere, which may be somewhere after all. I believe Nowhere to be Anteam's version of the Carnival and Magic Island. Nowhere is a place outside of time, a place you go when you have a desperate wish, a thirst, so to say. There are also some theories on Twitter talking about its reference to the novel Erewhon, a book by Samuel Butler. Erewhon, if that's how you say it, is an anagram for nowhere, and in the book is a twisted utopia. According to this article, they go on a journey to search for this utopia in hopes of finding those they can connect to, and eventually finds we now and here in Nowhere. However, if you look at one of their concept posters, we see that not everyone makes it to Nowhere. This pile of bikes could represent werewolves who got lost in their search, which would make sense in their story as werewolves often get kidnapped and killed by vampires. Or it could also be alternate versions of themselves who failed to make it to Nowhere. Whatever the answer is, the boys finally find each other. Or do they? In their concept clips, we see 9 words, which, when scrambled, can make different phrases. But these words appear almost like a flashback, with the film and sound even changing. And when you take a look at Maki and Joe at the beginning of the second clip, they seem to have fallen asleep, and only seem to have found each other after waking up. Which makes you wonder, did our werewolves really find each other? Or are we seeing 2 timelines? If we go back to the first clip, the boys are searching, looking for this Nowhere. Except Haruha, who, instead of searching like he did in Juvenile, this time seems to be waiting. Could he have been the first howling that they hear, calling to them through time? And how long has it been since he began waiting? How many versions of the pack has he been forced to watch fail? And lastly, what is his intention behind this invitation? I want to throw a quick shout out to Paw and Nyx over on Twitter, as we all brainstormed these theories together. And it was Nyx who initially made the connection to our original theory about Haruha being the time traveler. A couple of other things I want to point out is the messages they seem to be writing to each other, making me wonder if they could be separated in time, only coming together in Nowhere because Nowhere is outside of time. There's also this scene here with Joe, where he takes a look at his reflection, possibly symbolizing that there are 2 reflections in this video. And then there's Haruha, whose entire presence continues to be suspicious. Not only does he seem to be waiting for the boys, but he seems to be the only one aware of the crack in time. The camera here focuses on his face after he shows us the word finally on his hand, in the same place that we've seen the words I'm right here. He also appears to have heterochromia, which to some may seem a bit familiar. There's definitely so much you could grab just from these photos and videos alone, which makes me look forward to the concept photos coming up next. So, what did you notice? Or are there any theories that you'd like to share? Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.